Manager, Rachel Buchanan. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, we were talking about before the show about all the great events we have. It's unbelievable. They're nonstop.
Yeah.
They are nonstop.
Well, I think when people think about events in Jackson, they think about the classics. You know, they think about the Hot Air Jubilee, the Civil War Muster, the things that have been around for years. But we're also excited about some of the things that pop up that are new, some ways that they can be encouraging to either food, culture, you know, all different areas of interest. And when it comes down to it, we look at it in two ways. Jackson and any community has the ability to be both an attractor and host attractions. So the attractors are the reasons that people come. So whether it be there's a family connection here, they feel safe in this community, they don't live too far away, it's a great getaway, you know, maybe they're in a busy place like Chicago and they want somewhere a little bit slower. That's the attraction, the attractor, and then the attractions are the things that we have, the museums, the events, and everything around. So the attractions are what we would love to talk about.
Let's talk about some of those attractions.
So when it comes to events, all sorts of things, some of those events, including one tonight, specifically go along with what's happening in culture or remembering something. So this is one that I hadn't seen until a couple days ago. It just kind of popped up, but I'm excited to commemorate September 11th tonight at the Cascade Falls. Have you heard about that tonight?
Yeah.
They're lighting up the falls red, white, and blue, a music montage and everything to go along with that. So that's exciting, lighting up the falls out of season. So one event that we'd love to promote, it takes both an attraction that exists and a reason to visit that, a special celebration. And then it kind of breaks events into, I would say, about 4 categories of the kinds of things that come to Jackson. So when it comes to food, we've got some exciting things coming up with that. I believe it's the 4th annual Chili Fest.
Yeah, that'll
Fall
be
Fest
down
and Chili
here. Classic.
Takes over downtown. K105.3 puts that on. All the food, all the vendors, all the fall activities for both grown-ups and kids, kind of a great mashing of what's happening and going on. And speaking of food, you may have heard about the upcoming mac and cheese throwdown.
We're excited about this. We're partnering with Apex on this, as you are. So very excited to hear about this.
Yeah, it sounds so good. And you think of something so like basic as macaroni and cheese, but all the like spiciness levels or interesting things that people might put in that. I'm excited to see what
I think it's going to be a fun event.
Yeah.
Sounds messy. Are people actually going to throw macaroni and cheese?
No,
that's not a bad idea. A toss.
It's going to be fun, and they're doing a great job out there at Apex.
Yeah,
they are doing a fine job.
You know what we need, Rachel? We've talked about this 100 times. We need a Coney Island festival. This is the birthplace of the Coney Island.
That's true.
And we're celebrating it. I know Experience Jackson has created this poster. And
there it is.
thanks to I've been framed for the beautiful.
It's unbelievable frame.
That is the passion of Jess on our team, and he created that, and that's kind of our message lately. Being the birthplace of the Coney. So
we need to get everyone in town, and you know, there's going to be some arguments, and we need to just sort it out. Let's have it happen, right?
Well, they had the food fight at the food truck festival the other day, so maybe that's sort of.
There was a food fight?
That's what they. Well, not literally. But yeah, that's what they call it.
If I missed a food fight, I wanted to see it. I love a good food fight.
It's recreatable for sure.
Well, what else do we celebrate?
Well, a moment ago we talked about an event related to culture, the Hispanic Heritage Festival. I believe that's in its 3rd year this year. Just beautiful things going on with that. They are so passionate. And a festival like Hispanic Heritage Festival, you also see here the New Grass Lake Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Those are festivals that relate specifically to culture and background. The beautiful thing is anyone can be a part of those festivals. But they're great attractors to people who have that heritage and who want to celebrate. My husband and I travel out of town for a Scottish festival every year because it's kind of our background. So we know that will be bringing people in, and just like an automatic instant thing. And so cool to learn about those other cultures and that kind of immerse yourself in it.
Do you go to the Renaissance Fair?
I have been before,
We can't forget music. Lots of music to talk about.
Lots of music. And of course, you know, the things that we promote are specifically things that are going to bring people in and get them excited. Sandhill Crane celebrating 21 years. They've got a variety of concerts coming up. One of them on Saturday featuring the beautiful jazz music of Brandon, of course.
Is it Joe D. Messina or Jody Messina? Bart.
Joe D. There's a space.
Joe D.
D.
Yeah.
I was out at Jackson College last night.
Yep.
I saw the big poster.
Yeah, so Jody Messina's coming to the Potter Center. Gig, the Art of Michigan Music, taking a look at album covers and that artistic, photography and everything of concerts. So music in that way, I think that's a really cool way to look at events too.
And then there's events that are tied to holidays, the calendar.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the calendar itself is a resource that we have. You have an amazing community calendar. Our calendar is a little bit different because we're a little more geared on attracting people, hopefully from the outside to come in and experience what Jackson has to offer. So we're probably not going to put some of those smaller community events on our listing where you guys would handle those. But we're going to put those things that do draw people in. You see some of the classics from this summer showing up on there. And if you are a coordinator of events or you're associated with an event, it's an opportunity to submit the details of what you've got going on so that we can know about that. We work with organizers too on that.
Yeah, if you have an event, you want to contact Rachel to see how they can help for sure. What event do you think has brought in the most out-of-town people just over the last few years, if you had to take Bright Walls out of it, for example?
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, we happen in Jackson County to have an international racetrack.
That's right.
That brings in quite a few.
That's true, I forgot.
A few weeks ago.
Gosh.
Yeah,
that's a good answer.
They'll be returning to June in 2025, so we're excited to see that shift in the calendar with that. Civil War Muster, of course, one of the largest regional events. And I think it's the events sometimes that bring in kind of the niche audience that we're most excited about because, like I said, we'll travel for something that's specific and near and dear to our hearts. So those kind of things are really exciting. And, of course, some of the classics, like I mentioned earlier, that come through. So
tons to do. Tons to do.
Absolutely.
And times have changed here in town for sure.
Great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rachel.
Our downtown neighbor, Rachel Buchanan. More of the morning show in just moments.